What's up, guys? We're back with another episode of Barbells and Banter. I was going to call it Strong and Lean in 16 then. So speaking of Strong and Lean in 16, it is live on the website. If you want to lose body fat, drop centimeters around your waist, build the strong and lean physique that you've always wanted, jump on the website, submit an application. You'll jump on a call with me. We'll look at your plans, look at your goals, and see if we're the right fit. And if it works out, we'll get you strong and lean. This week's episode brought the laptop in, so I wouldn't mind some feedback on that, if laptop Jason's a thing. But we talked about nutrition, talked a lot about training at the start, the benefits of being strong and building muscle, and we talked about pop culture and diets, and maybe is the physique in the gym swaying back towards like heroin chick. So have a listen to that. We got into the weeds on nutrition, why people fail with diets, what the statistics look like overall, and how to control your diet and set yourself up for success. Give us some feedback on what you think. Drop a comment if you have one. Like, share, and follow depending on the platform you're on. And we'll catch you next time. There's a workout that I got flagged for copyright. So it has 0 views. That's 6 months ago. I have no idea. I don't remember. I don't actually even remember filming this. But it's like depths of winter because I'm like training in a beanie and shit. And then,
so wait, you didn't even know you have a YouTube channel?
No, I didn't. And I guess how many subscribers I have?
3.
5. Oh, that's hilarious.
Fuck, that's wild, man.
And then I think because when you play PlayStation, like if you can clip your like just short pieces of time with playing the game, so I must be able to clip it. And then it must automatically upload because it's like there's like Call of Duty. It's me playing Call of Duty in here, and FIFA.
How old are they?
And the Division, 5 years, 5, 4, and 3 years.
Fucking hell.
Well, nothing recent.
Yeah.
Yeah, because as you get older, you're not as good. The brain starts slowing down.
Less highlights.
Nah, I'm still good, man.
I haven't turned my simulator on for 4 months.
Really? Yeah, it's unfortunate for you.
Keep thinking about
dad life.
Yeah.
Dad life. Yeah, I can't say I'm the same. I probably play like 5 hours a week.
Yeah, that's good. I'll be happy with 2.
Yeah, I'd rather do that than watch TV though. We watch TV together, Steph and I.
Yeah.
But then, like, if I've got free time, I'm like not watching TV.
Yeah.
I'd rather just have I can't sit still, so like I need to think about something. Yeah. So yeah, that's what I do. But you don't watch TV, so I can't even talk to you about like shows to watch and shit.
No,
because you're like never gonna watch them.
You're correct.
Yeah. Do you watch shows, Tam?
Maybe in 2 years.
Do you watch shows? That's a no. You guys are all dead to me. Can't talk to you about good shows on Netflix. But anyway, I'm gonna. So you should watch American Primeval. It's good. Yeah, you're never gonna watch it, but it's like a 6 series. Is it 6 episodes, something like that? And it's about the Civil War era in America.
Mad.
And it's like the battle of there's like a battle of Utah happening at the time.
Yeah.
And then like a lady and her son have to get from like one side of the fucking country or to the other. And it's just like they're just dodging problems.
Yep.
Like I don't want to go into it, and it's so violent. Oh my god! Like you watch them, like the Indians like skin the forehead and shit. Yeah. You watch like this guy get his fucking forehead cut open and shit.
Rough. I was gonna tell you the other week. So you said you're into real estate and like those kind of shows.
It's a little bit.
A
little bit.
Have you seen Tokyo Swindlers?
No, I haven't.
It's on Netflix.
Okay.
There's pretty much a heist crime thing.
Yeah.
Like get the gang together, blah blah blah, escape the law. But it's like mobsters and shit, and they're basically swindling real estate. So like high rises and whole apartments.
It sounds very different to the real estate shows I've been watching.
It sounds good though.
So it sounds like you'd like it.
Is it a movie?
It's a good. It's a series.
Series, yeah. So I think I can do movies. So I'll probably watch a movie a Saturday.
You can commit to a movie.
Yeah, like sometimes I'm like, I did the Harry Potter, and then Fantastic Beasts. It took me 4 months. It's like 20-minute intervals for each movie.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
There's like a movie a week, and that's
like a
12 of them.
Splitting a movie into a series.
Yeah,
it's like 20-minute episode today.
Yeah, legit. But I can watch a movie on a Saturday. That's it.
Yeah.
Is it just like attention, or is it just I'm done?
LJ
with this.
goes to bed. I have half an hour, and then I go to bed,
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, it's fair.
and then it's 5 a.m. Go again. Yeah.
Yeah, it's fair.
I watch YouTube golf for 15 minutes while I eat my core at 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Oh, the dream.
3:30 on standout days.
Watch other people play golf because you can't.
Yeah, when I can see the golf course from my house. Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah.
It's coming back though. It's coming back.
What?
It's coming back. I don't know. Life. Like, I don't know.
Oh, okay.
3 months maybe.
Oh, I thought you were like, I'm playing golf next week or something.
Nah.
Life's coming back. Is that what you've said since LJ was born?
No, it's actually like to be fair.
I'm kidding.
To be fair, it hasn't actually really been. The child hasn't been that much of an issue. It's just work.
Yeah. It's that old that application called Zoom.
Like, yeah, fuck, man. That that thing's killing me.
Love
this week.
Zoom. Love Zoom.
Yeah. I did 4. Oh, they were obviously school got cancelled yesterday, but I had 4.5 hours back to back yesterday. I think I averaged 4 a day.
Yeah, I wasn't mad about that. I was like, why do I feel so fresh?
Yeah.
Because I haven't stared at the screen for an extra hour today.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But
And the stand-up PT calls this week. The last 2 weeks. For planning sessions. So.
yeah,
Lots of consults as well. Because everyone's coming on for coaching, which is awesome. I'll stop complaining. Come and do consults. It's great. I only have 2 spots left.
Well, someone do them so you can stop complaining.
So then I can be on Zoom then. Let's go to the laptop. We've upgraded.
I have like information that I don't want to forget.
I like it.
Statistics.
Mm-hmm.
So rather than staring at my phone, I'm going with a laptop.
I like it.
Yeah. Well, I see other people do it.
YouTube, tell us.
Yeah.
So how's it look?
I see other people do it, so I'm like, I don't care how it looks. It's about what I say. And if I say good things, it's because it's here.
True.
Yeah, because you can't recite everything off the top of your head.
Yeah, the stats and stuff are hard.
Yeah, that's it. So I don't want to botch them because then I'll sound silly.
Yeah, I feel underprepared for Learn now. So don't have a stat.
You can use my laptop.
It's very good though. My plan for the podcast. If you haven't listened already, it came out Monday.
You can use
check it out.
You can use my laptop if you want.
It's all right. I got my list.
Okay.
I'd have to do research.
Got my list.
Have to do research.
No worries, man.
I just don't have the research.
I didn't do the research. I just asked ChatGPT to get the research for me.
Yeah.
But you gotta be careful.
You gotta know.
It gives.
Fucking know.
Yeah, bro. Because like when you look at you gotta look at the citations. Of like that's just someone else saying shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like you know how like is it that Live Strong? It just like made 400,000 blogs.
Yeah.
So then if it's like that, I'm like, I need actual research and data, bro.
More.
Yeah. So it's like
use peer-reviewed research.
PubMed. It's like I'm in.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, that's why. There's actually nothing on here. I just want to look professional. I'm just hoping that
It's playing Minesweeper.
it looks like I know what I'm talking about. Yeah, I'm just catching up on some work here, guys. Right? You know,
Do you reckon anyone under 30 got that joke?
probably not.
No. I feel bad for you if you don't know what Minesweeper is.
Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't mind. So
How old were you when you figured out how it actually works? Did you know?
I was pretty good. Like, what do you mean? Like, is there a pattern?
No, like the what the numbers meant.
Oh, nah, I have no idea.
Yeah. So it's how many squares you are away from a bomb. That's what the numbers are.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So if you're like 2, it's like it's 2
it's
boxes
close.
away.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't know that until I was like an adult.
Yeah,
I used to
nah.
fucking play it all the time.
Yeah, absolutely. True.
So for those that are under 30 and never had dial-up internet and needed to play a game while the website loaded, there's a game called Minesweeper that there was landmines. There's a box full of
they're just tiles.
A screen full of tiles.
Yeah.
And then there was random mines throughout. And unbeknownst to us, there is great strategy to playing this game, whereby when you click on a box, there's a number.
Yeah.
We didn't know what they meant. So we just clicked more boxes and tried to avoid the mines.
Wasn't the bomb.
Just thought it was total chance.
Yeah. How many times did you win, though? I feel like I won a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Luck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it mustn't be that hard. Remember, like, playing cards and shit?
Yeah, I play Solitaire.
Solitaire, yeah.
Yeah. Flat out.
Yeah. Did you ever play Solitaire in real life, though? Or,
Like, fuck that.
Yeah.
I'm not organising that shit.
It's like lining the cards out and shit. Yeah, no way.
No, my computer can do this.
Yeah, and I remember when I worked out that you could just do like the auto move, like it would just do it for you. So then I'd end up playing. I'm just clicking a button.
You only get so many though, don't you?
Yeah. I can't remember, but yeah.
Suggest my next move.
Yeah, like I'm stuck.
Yeah. Help! It's literally just help.
Oh shit! What other games do we have to play?
I don't know. I remember getting a V8 Supercars game and a steering wheel and pedals.
Oh wow!
When I was like, 10.
Yeah.
Even remembering it now, I remember thinking, fuck, the graphics are so good. But I can remember what it looks like. And my God, was it bad.
Yeah.
But man, did I put hours into that? Yeah. We had Daytona and we had this, V8 Supercar game.
Yeah.
Elite.
Fuck, I remember
stick cricket.
Yeah, I remember stick cricket. Yeah.
Dope.
Yeah, I remember our first computer didn't have an operating system. Mm-hmm. So you had to
type everything.
Yeah, you had to plug in. It had a separate floppy disk drive, and this is an actual floppy disk. It was like big square, you know.
Yeah.
So you had to put it in, and then you'd have to write the command into DOS.
Yeah.
You know, like semicolon C / type the game, and then .exe, and then it'd come up.
Mad.
Play like Beam Rider and shit.
Yeah, I feel like I had that. Like there was an option.
Yeah.
On all like the games I had, you get 2 discs. And one was like Windows and one was DOS.
Yeah, so you put one in and then you would put the other one in. Yeah. Yep.
Fuck.
Yeah, and then
old as shit, hey.
Yeah, man. Fuck.
Now we just ask the internet.
No, like we said the other week, like once the things that are getting cool again are here, man.
Yeah.
So it's like it's rough for us now because it's all just going to be a repeat cycle now.
I did look at my outfit this morning and think I would have teased that person when I was 15.
Oh yeah,
because that's like what an old person would have worn then, but now it's cool again.
Oh yeah. Sometimes I'm
for
like, I like that, and then Steph's like, "You're too old to wear that now," and I'm like, "Yeah, but I like it."
Yeah, I think I'm pulling.
I'm allowed to say, like it's pretty plain. Like
Asics, trackies, tucked in shirt.
I've got Asics too, bro.
Chain.
Is this a sign of our age or?
I did think that on the way. I'm not gonna bet Jace wears his today.
Asics are cool again though.
It's unreal.
Someone bagged me for my first pair, which I bought like 3 years ago.
It's unreal, isn't it?
And then the next pair, which is literally just a different color, and then I got like a fire emoji.
It's unreal.
So I'm always trying to stay ahead.
Yeah, the Asics are still a
elite comfort.
Still friction for me.
Yeah.
Just because I'm like, they're not cool.
But they are.
Because I've worn Asics for sport for 30 years.
Yeah. I reckon like Brooks aren't cool.
I agree.
Yeah.
But Asics, it's like still in my head.
Brooks has like a dude with a sweater like tied around his neck for me.
Yeah.
Like that guy.
That's the thing again.
That guy wears Brooks.
That's the thing again.
Well, maybe that's coming. Maybe Brooks are coming back.
I walked through the Emporium the other week and I was like, I don't know what store it was. Like it was David Jones or something, but like a high-end store.
Yeah.
And I was like, really?
What, like
is back there?
Yeah.
So, like proper, like cream knitted, tied around the neck with a polo.
So
on the front,
are you talking like
front window.
tying the jump, like the sweater?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, that's a no for me.
Yeah.
I hate wearing anything around my neck. Yeah.
Put the jumper on or don't.
Small people problems. Yeah, it's anyone big doing that.
Yep. Maybe that's it. Bent over rows are back.
Yeah, tell me about it.
It was really good this morning.
So, great. Sweet.
100 for 8.
Oh, yeah?
Not bad.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah.
I'm curious. What is your... Oops. If we say that parallel to the ground is 0...
Yeah.
What degree is acceptable for a bent over row?
I would say...
So parallel to the floor.
So that, you're
0.
talking 90, right? The 90 degree.
Yeah.
And then top is 180.
Well, let's do that. That's easier.
Yeah, it's like, I'm like, what are you saying?
Actually accurate.
Yeah.
So we're in that spectrum.
You start at 90, so 90 degrees and then there's 180.
Yeah. 90 degrees is your parallel to the floor. I would say perfect.
Yeah, 110.
110. So dead in the middle.
Yeah, I like a little upright on the upright.
So that you're looking more like
right?
upper back trap.
Yeah.
Less mid back. Assumably. Because the line of force would be through.
Yeah, it's like upper lats and mid traps. Mm-hmm. You know, rhomboids. Like I feel like you're getting everything there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people
It's
push the boundary with
it's
that
also I don't think it's a great position being like 90 degrees.
one. More words.
Well, like I just think there's more loading on the lower back at 90 degrees, so you're gonna do less work.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just a consideration,
Yeah.
especially when you're strong.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I think target area, I look at it as like what area you're targeting.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people, like I started actually paying attention in my gym again.
Yeah.
So I haven't for ages. And this morning I was like, ooh, it's not good, bruv.
Oh, I don't pay attention. I think
Actually, that's unfair.
not good, bruv.
Execution in my gym is actually 90% of the time very good.
Yeah.
Exercise selection is poor.
Oh yeah, that's the same everywhere though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw someone.
Like you go to like the bodybuilding gym, you're like, bro, what are you even doing?
Yeah.
In terms of technique.
No, but I mean the actual exercise. Like I saw
exercise
someone.
selections.
I saw someone like basically turned a lat pull down into a row by like standing off it and like leaning back.
Whoa.
And I was like, why don't you just sit on the cedar row?
Yeah. I'm being fussy.
Like it's the same.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, bro.
I just went and just like did my lat pull down, did my bent over barbell row, did an overhand high row, and then turned around and there was 3 people training back, and all of them had some kind of contorted position.
Oh,
and I was
bros.
like, bruh, just lift it.
Yeah. That's like, how do I say this? Back training gets butchered the most online. Like you see, like, and then that carries over into the gym.
Yeah.
Like the trying to isolate the lat thing, which I get. It's a great thing to do to build the size, because I use it very effectively for everyone who wants a bigger back. But they don't get the setup right. Like I'm seeing I'm seeing knowledgeable, experienced personal trainers.
Yeah.
Like like this isolates the lats, and like everything is like the single arm pull is like right over the head. They're pulling down like this. I'm like, that is literally
It's not
using your biceps, cuz.
Yeah.
And then the chest supported setup on the cable, like they set the cable up the same.
Yeah.
So they're just leaning forward.
Yeah.
But they're leaning forward directly in line with the cable.
pull,
and I'm
yeah.
like, why don't you just go and use the
the other thing
use the lat pull
that
down.
you're stronger at.
Use the lat pull down.
Yeah.
And even then that would be ineffective. Like just that slight kind of lean back to get that degree at the shoulder is gonna, because your lats want to go, they want to sweep. Like people don't think that when they train lats, they don't think like that the sweep motion is
where it's
the
at.
main goal.
Yeah.
Even with your bent over rows, like you want to do like
Just to the belly button.
yeah, like more lats, like it's gonna work everything.
Yeah.
It's like a sweep to the body, to the lower body. So it just blows my mind.
How much with the row? How much give? So shoulder.
Body English.
Yeah.
Lots.
The shoulder is allowed to move how many inches through the rep from start to finish?
Oh, I'm coming around to this, man, because they looked at like some data on cheat reps and stuff as well, and it was like, hypertrophy is pretty comparable amongst the groups.
Yeah.
I think like the problem with cheat reps is just gets to a point where you can't progress them, or it gets dangerous. And if you're a new lifter, you can't protect yourself because you're weak.
Not strong enough. Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean that respectfully.
Yeah.
And then if the form's too sloppy and the reps are too like cheaty, then it's like, well, how you progress that?
Yeah.
How can you
Just
progress?
throw more
because
next week.
Yeah, it's not clean. So it's like, I've always spoken about this gray area. Like white is like, I don't know, textbook, but even that is still really.
What does that mean?
Yeah. But let's just say it's like really controlled. Let's just talk that. And then you got the black area here, which is like, this is going to fucking hurt you potentially.
Yeah.
The high risk of injury. And you got this gray area where you're like, you're still doing it well, but you got a little bit of body English going on because you're lifting some heavy weight, and maybe you're just trying to get a couple extra reps out.
Yep.
I don't really see a problem with that. And I think that's where a lot of people miss some gains, just because they're too scared to just
send it,
kind of grit their teeth a little bit and get after it.
Yep.
Yeah, so I don't mind it.
Have you seen difference in back development of strong people that come to physique? So like as an example would be an ex-powerlifter, but they don't have to be. Someone who's real strong,
Yeah, 100%, man.
they get exponentially.
If you can deadlift
better
a lot,
back.
you'll be good at back training.
Yeah.
So it's not the deadlifting that got them the big back. It's
Yeah.
like if you're good at deadlifting because you're strong, you can. Yeah,
Yeah.
because it's stabilizing your weight. Like a lot of back stuff's about stabilizing.
Yeah.
Especially
Being able to
rowing.
Move the load, yeah.
Especially rowing. So even if you're in a dumbbell row or a seated cable row, like it's still like a isometric movement for your torso because it has to hold the position. So deadlifting crosses over for that and being strong in that position, and then they can move more weight.
The back's the thing, hey. Like when you look at someone, it's back and neck, it's just like you're strong or not.
Absolutely. I said in a post during the week, I'm like, you can tell how good a lifter is by their back development because like no one accidentally gets a bigger back. Like, you see some people and they got like a big set of quads.
Yeah.
It's like that's
short femurs.
Well, that can happen by accident.
Yeah,
exactly.
Even glutes are the same.
Mechanically, exercise selection. Like I feel like with the back, because it's like a series of muscle groups. Let's be real, because there's like 4 muscles there.
Yeah.
Lats, teres, rhomboids, traps, and then the traps are divided into 3 divisions.
Yeah. It's hard to be good at all of them.
They all move in different directions.
Yeah. That's not leverage based.
Yeah, and it's like you've got your humerus and your scapula dictating everything.
Yeah.
And they both move in like multi-directional ways.
Yeah.
So now all of a sudden you've got multi-muscle groups, multi-directional capacity. That's how it gets butchered. Like that's how people, fall out of the stimulus zone. And then you also can then think like, well, the other influencer is like, what am I good at? I'm good at what I can see.
Yeah.
So then I know when I was younger, like all I wanted to do was shoulders and chest.
Yep.
And biceps. Because I'm like, I can see in the gym, I can see it. So, and like I didn't have a program and stuff when I was like 15. And so you just continue to do more. But the more you do of that, it becomes harder to actually work your back.
Yeah.
Because you become bigger and kind of more rotated, or like flexed over posturally. So then it's just like,
so I should credit my first personal trainer for making me strong.
Absolutely.
That's why I have a good back development.
Yeah,
15
you're
years
welcome.
later.
Yeah, every now and then I just sit back and I'm like, he thinks he built that. I built that. Yeah. I'll let him have it.
Definitely not.
It's all him. It was all me.
Definitely not the 6 years of powerlifting.
But a big back, a good back is not a good back. Like it's just what you want. Like, because the bigness I feel like is dictated by, your desire.
Yeah.
But like a really well balanced, developed back, good set of lats, good set of traps, good set of rhomboids. Like that's very rarely an accident.
Yeah.
It's a sign of good training, good execution, and good effort,
strength,
high effort.
Yeah. It's hard to convey to people. I find even just in particular, like the girls that maybe want to like do bikini or whatever. Like for most of the guys I work with that want a physique still want to be strong, but some of the girls don't really care. Yeah, and they're like, I just want to do kickbacks and I want to do. I'm like, bruh, just get strong because like you need everything. Like if you can deadlift 1.5 times your body weight, everything else you do is going to be better. Yeah. And it's an investment in the next 5 years of your physique development to be able to pick that weight up for 5 reps. Yeah. It's a hard sell, though, to people that don't get it.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Because it's also like doesn't really make sense to them. Yeah. Like, why am I doing powerlifting if I want to look like hot in a bikini? Yeah. So
because you look hotter if you're strong.
Yeah, it's just for them they can't connect the dots.
Yeah,
because it's not obvious.
Is there any truth to like the hardness, fucking like density, and like is that real? Because that's the bro speak, right? It's like if you're strong, it's just like
the muscle's hard.
One of the boys in the gym stopped me. He's like, "Bro, you're just like fucking powerlifters, man. They're always so fucking like dense." And I'm like, I don't know if that's real.
Well, it's not true because I don't powerlift and.
Yeah, but you're strong as fuck.
Yeah, I guess. Well, I did.
You could total 600.
Well, I built a foundation on it though, so because we still did it. So I guess I don't know, man. I don't think it is a thing. I don't think like heavy training has a look.
You're a strong bodybuilder.
Yeah. I don't think heavy training has a look. I just think heavy training builds muscle.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I think that just adds muscle in the spots that draw your attention.
Yeah. I've been watching Josh Bates' progress.
Yeah.
Just like, fuck, man. So much muscle.
The bro needs to do like a set of quads a week. I actually am considering, so if you're listening to this, Josh, it's a consideration.
No legs.
No leg training.
Yeah.
Like no quad training at all.
Yeah.
And I'm actually considering just hamstrings.
Fuck.
Like just leg curls.
Yeah.
Even just leg curls, bro.
Yeah. I've never felt smaller than pulling my shorts up next to him at that workshop.
Right.
Like, bruh.
He fucking looks great at the moment. Yeah. Then he's going to do the photo shoot at the end of the year.
Mad.
It's going to look fucking...
I caught his bicep curls the other day and I was just like...
Yeah. Round delts.
Yeah.
Big arms.
You've got it.
Yeah, it's all coming together. It's all coming together. Yeah.
Yeah. And so you look at that and go as an elite level, national level powerlifter.
Yeah.
Would you squat like 300 or something?
Yeah.
Fucking strong.
Mm.
And it's been 6 months, not even, into physique sport.
Yeah, I think 5 to 6 months, yeah.
And it's just like,
cut down there. And now we're coming back up.
Mm.
Yeah, I think it's a good platform to come from.
Yeah.
Well, we know it's a good... It's not even we think we know because we did it.
Yeah.
Like we had and then we even, was it last week, we were talking about just like when you look around the gym, it's no one's really emphasizing strength anymore. And you don't really see strong bodies or people trying to build a strong body. You're seeing people moving more towards the isolation Instagram exercises more so.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's just, manifestation of like what's in front of them because, Sebastian Oreb teaching a squat tutorial and showing how you can squat fucking 280. That's not...
So exciting.
You can only watch that so many times.
So exciting anymore, yeah.
Yeah, and it's like, another person squatting. It's like, well, if you actually pay attention and everyone squats, it's like, you probably should do that for a bit.
Yeah.
Like you do it until it doesn't work.
It's so hard because the person you're aspiring to be may not anymore.
No, you took the words out of my mouth. That's the hardest part. And then those people...
my girls, like my girls would watch Hattie train.
Yeah.
And be like, I want to train like Hattie. It's like, watch Hattie train when she was your training age. All she did was strength.
Yeah, that's the hard part. And then for some people, they portray that the exercise they do now are the reason they look the way they look.
Yeah.
And that's just pure marketing. It's like, it's not true.
Yeah.
So, and then you're like, well, what about the 20 years or 15 years or 10 years before that? Like, you're clanging and banging in the free weights area.
Yeah.
Getting good control of your body. And, loading it up with heavy weight. And then now you're attributing all of your success to this one exercise. Like, come on, bro. Like, I don't think it's a weird space at the moment because
the people you're aspiring to can get the most out of that movement because they've done that other work.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, and that's where people get lost.
Yeah,
it's unfortunate.
Yeah, I think the messaging is hard to decipher if you were in this space a bit younger because you've got these old guys who like trained like hard and heavy because it was like real manly to do so, and you're a pussy if you didn't. But now they're that broken that they can't train unless they do it in a way that's like slow and controlled. So then they're like, well, hang on a minute. Like to get that big, do I need to do that? Or if I do that, I'm broken.
Yeah.
And then you get the next crew come through and it's like all machine.
Yeah. And
they're like, this is how you do it. And some of them don't even fucking look like they lift weights.
Yeah.
But they're really intelligent.
Yeah.
So then you're like, well, why are you big?
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense either. Because like, I know when I was younger, I was like, I'm going with the biggest dude in the gym.
Yeah.
And I'm asking him what he's doing. Because you don't go to someone in fucking rags and say, how do I get rich?
Yes.
It's kind of the same, right?
Yeah.
So that's on the other end of the spectrum. And I'll say a lot, like I feel like we're in that middle ground where it's like, we clanged and banged for a bit, but then we're kind of like, can't do this forever.
Yeah.
Your body can only take so much weightlifting.
Yeah.
Like only so much big squatting, and the bigger you get, the harder it is to kind of fit under, the barbell, and your mechanics change and all that kind of shit.
Yeah.
And even just the demands, it's like, I don't want to spend fucking half an hour like trying to get myself ready to work out.
I think the biggest impact on my training style was going online full time.
Oh, absolutely. I'm the same.
How I train obviously there's age as a part of that, but like how I train sitting for 8 hours a day
Yeah.
versus how I train sitting for 3 hours a day and coaching for 6.
Yeah.
Like, even like thinking back to I want to redo the warm-ups and just introduce like foam rolling and positional shit. And because like I was in that camp of like, you don't need a foam roll.
Oh,
Like, brother, go sit down for 8 hours and then tell me you don't need a foam
I
roll.
live on my foam roll. It sits in my lounge room because I can lie it on the floor flat.
Yeah.
I'm easily on it 20 minutes a day.
Yeah, it's mad.
Yeah. Like in total.
Yeah.
Because I can just feel when I went to the bar, the last 2 times I've been to the barber, he's asked me to sit up. And I'm like, that's not
a problem.
me. That's not the seat.
Yeah.
That's me. Like not sitting like this. I'm fucking like, and I'm like, I was like disappointed in myself whilst I was getting a haircut.
And it's like, yeah, cool. So I still do my 10,000 steps a day, but I do them in 2 blocks. I do 3 when I train. I do another 3 when I get home with LJ. Accumulate usually I'll get home with 6 and then I'll get to him again with 7.
Yeah.
It's like literally 1,000 steps from 9:30 till 5:30. So it's like, that's not, cool, you got your 10,000 steps and it's better having got them than not. But the movement, even like as a PT, just awkward movements and all that kind of shit.
Twisting, leaning side to side. I don't have any of that anymore.
So there's so much value, I think, in the foam roller and all that kind of shit.
Oh, yeah.
But where I was going with that is like, like you said, I would need 25 minutes to squat heavy. You don't when you're only going to squat 100 kilos. You're still active. You're fucking day.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like you have less stress, all of that. Like that made the biggest impact on what my programming looked like.
Yeah.
And I actually went back to like, no, I can train like this.
Yeah,
and I lasted 4 weeks.
Yeah, it's like
my body's like, bruh, no, you can't. My hips.
Yeah.
So again, it's hard because it's like, well, not that I think I have an aspirational physique, but if I'm talking to a young guy and they're like, how do I get it back like you? Do I train like you? It's like, nah.
It's like, well, you can be like, yeah, but this is what I did in what phase and what timeline.
Yeah.
So you're like, get strong.
Yeah, go do powerlifting for 3 years.
Well, it's or squat 1.5 times your body weight, deadlift 1.5, and bench 1 to 1.
Yeah.
So I feel like you get there 0.75 on overhead press. I feel like we've thrown those figures out loosely over time.
Yeah.
I feel like that's.
I reckon 1.5 chins too.
I feel like that's the. Like you can now, like it'd be better to go a little bit more. You know what I mean? Like in terms of strength, like it'd be nice if you could do 2 times your body weight.
I think 2x. So the theory
2x squat deadlift would be good.
I think the theory is 2x. There's no performance return for like an athlete.
Yeah, sure.
So like once you get to 2, stop doing that.
Yeah,
because you're actually
diminishing returns on that. Yeah,
you're gonna make yourself compressed and slow and all that kind of shit. So you would pull out of that. So I think for a physique athlete, if you could be like, I can squat twice my body weight, I can deadlift twice my body weight, and I can bench 1.5.
That's never gonna. I've never met like a massive bodybuilder who can do that. It's like, oh man, like you shouldn't have done that.
Like, I wish I couldn't.
They're always gonna be fucking.
Yeah,
it's always gonna be better. It's like tension, man. Tension builds muscle.
And I don't think you really need to sacrifice too much to do that.
No,
like for me to go squat 180,
when you're not strong at the start. Like when there's like there will be a time when you just work it out. Like you'll do your deadlifts and then you're just like, fuck, I got the rest of the workout to go.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like we've all been there. Or like you do your squats and then you're just like you're fucked, and then you're like, I still have 4 exercises to go. Yeah. Like that's when it got to that point, and then I got hurt. Sprained my SI joint, and then I was just like, no, there's got to be another way now.
It's one of the hardest things as a coach, building lifters. Like that's what I claim that I do.
Yeah.
Take them from okay in the gym, get them strong, and I've got a few now that are like, they're strong. And one of them in particular was just like the last 6 months, just like pull back. It's just like niggle after niggle after niggle. You're just like, okay, you're like strong.
Yeah.
I have to treat you like me when you train now. Yeah. It's really interesting. But looking back 12 months and being like, I used to just abuse you. Now it doesn't work. It's wild.
Nah, no way.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like, there's those people have just gotten to the land of like they only need like a really short window to prep for a meet anyway. Like I've even got some lifters now. Like if they ever said like, oh, I want to do a powerlifting meet, I'll be like, cool. Like we can just
10
do.
weeks.
Yeah, like you can just get comfortable under the barbell again. Like you're gonna be way stronger, and then we just periodize it and PQ and go. Like it's not a problem.
Yeah.
It's just like they've done the work to get to this place where you train like a bodybuilder. You're still strong because I always tell my guys to lift heavy, five reps around that for some movements, and then you don't lose. It's like I disagree with people who think that like because you don't squat under a bar, because you don't deadlift, like you just don't know how to do it anymore. Like no, man. Yeah, it's like riding a bike. Like I can ride a bike right now. I just wouldn't be very good at it for the first week. Yeah, and then all of a sudden like you'd be popping monos and shit in no time, right? And like squatting's exactly the same. It's lift is something like just the lifting and, contracting your muscles and, having that central nervous system adaptation. Like it's going to carry over. Yeah.
It's like you said, strong is strong, right?
Yeah. You just don't want to be like there's people out there that are scared of going away from the squat thinking they'll just totally forget how to do it. Yeah. It's like, it doesn't work like that. Yeah. Like if you're lifting in the gym, like your body's still getting stronger. Yeah. So I would just, I would just add the variety in so you don't beat yourself up all the time.
Yeah, and reduce the fatigue.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right. Should we do the protein bar and then we better actually
we do have to stuff. We got to do the protein bar.
Shout out to our official sponsors, FODBODs.
You did the sneaky chuck in the ad read in the middle. Yeah. Get people
100% on purpose.
Get people sucked in,
Pick our flavour for the day, sir.
All right. Bah. Yeah. Banana peanut butter.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Yeah, boy.
Now, we may have already tried this one. We'll pretend we haven't.
This one, it looks different, smells different.
Yeah. So we have the, what's it called? Mixed protein pack. 15 grams of protein per bar.
Yeah.
Go sus. We have Vanessa on next week.
Take this one because I didn't use my fingers. Okay. All right. Well, I did, but just not as much.
Vanessa's on next week.
Yeah, I saw it on the schedule.
The founder.
It's going to be
cool. The story is fucking cool, dude. Yeah? So she built it at home.
No way.
And she's like, the look on their faces when the delivery truck driver would come, think they're lost. Be like, why am I at a house to collect all these products? And then she'd walk out she had a kid throughout. So she was 8 months pregnant, walking boxes out and shit. These truck drivers was like, what the fuck?
That's sick.
Yeah. So tune in for that one next week.
Unreal. All right, let's do it.
All right. So banana peanut. Move the mic.
Yeah, this one's good. I'm not going to eat it all out of respect for everyone.
Yeah, I'm eating it in the break.
That one's
good. We haven't had this one.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
No,
another peanut one.
No, you know why? You haven't had it.
Because it's fucking bad.
Well, you were dieting and you go, and I heard you say, I'll give it to Phil or whoever. I was like, well, I'm not fucking letting Phil have that. Yoink. So I took it home.
Okay.
It's good. Yeah, that one's good. I like it.
Out of 5?
4.2.
17 grams of protein in this one.
5 out of 5 then.
A little bit less fat, 10 grams of fat.
Oh, you know what actually, we'll keep going with this.
It's pretty good. 229 calories.
Yeah. Okay,
17 grams of
protein. I rate it. I had the protein cheesecake slice. Have you seen them?
I have.
The FroPro ones?
Yes.
Yeah.
Go to FODBODs, order your mix pack.
Oh, absolutely.
Get all the flavours. Vanessa's on next week.
Absolutely.
Follow on the socials as well.
Yeah, I'll eat the shit out of that during the break. Yeah, I had the cheesecake.
Yeah, the girls were talking about it in my group. They were big fans.
It was good. It's just the juice ain't worth the squeeze.
Right.
It's $13 for 2 slices. Yeah. And then it's 250 calories roughly, a slice of 14 grams of protein. I was like, I'm just not eat it.
Yeah,
just eat normal cheesecake.
Rather eat the ice creamy.
Well, my Ninja Creamy, I could get for an extra 100 calories. I can get 3 times the protein.
Yeah.
So it doesn't even make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, yeah, it's good, but and
think of the dollar per serve.
Absolutely. And I was just going through the whole why would I want to eat protein when I'm having cheesecake?
Yeah.
Like I just went.
Yeah,
I was like,
yeah.
Like I bought it because I knew that people would want to know, which
Yeah.
was fine. Like, you know,
Took one for the team.
I'm here to do God's work for everyone.
Took
Not
one
all
for the
heroes wear capes. I get it. But then I was just like, I would never eat a cheesecake thinking like, oh, I got it. Yeah, I can go get my protein in.
Yeah.
Like if I was going to eat a cheesecake, I just want to
Just
eat
have
whatever.
the
I just want to have like a nice baked American cheesecake, you know. So yeah, but it was good. Like, like honestly, try them for yourselves. I was very surprised
With how good it was.
the taste. Yeah. I was like, oh, I was expecting this to be arse.
Yeah. I
And
think
it
if you're
wasn't.
a small person, it might be worth it for you.
Yeah, absolutely. Because
Like
I was like, should I eat 2?
Yeah.
Because I was
But
like,
it's 500
and
calories.
no, it wasn't even that. I was like, fuck, it's $13 for dessert. I was like,
Look, I'll put away a tub of Haagen-Dazs and that's about the same price.
it's
so.
just not. It's just not the same.
Yeah, but is a Haagen-Dazs
because
good?
it's not gluttonous.
Yeah. Don't feel disgusting afterwards.
Yeah, I don't know. Like it's just diet food. Like you know, what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, they're like even their pizzas, like they're good, but it's like they're not
I was going to say I like the pizza in the freezer as the backup.
Yeah.
That stops Macca's.
yeah. That's like I like those foods for that stuff. Not
Yeah.
like I'm gonna have like cheesecake for dinner, and because this protein makes me feel better.
Yeah.
It's like I'm just in a position where I'm comfortable just eating the cheesecake.
Yeah.
But I would never want to eat cheesecake. And then I was thinking, why would you want to eat cheesecake regularly? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, because I was thinking about like just eating behavior. It's like, is that like a gateway food?
Super palatable.
It's like, you know, you start smoking a bit of weed. Next thing you know, it's like, hey, who's got the bag? You know, like it's like a gateway thing. It's like, I'm like, is this the same?
Yeah.
Because then it just like, I'm like, oh, cheesecake's good. You eat cheesecake often and then you want more. So I was like trying to sit there thinking about all the pros and cons because obviously we're going to discuss it today. I think it's like okay as like a one-off thing. This is like, I don't know. I just don't know if eating it every day is a good thing. I don't know.
How was did you notice any digestion?
Nah,
stress?
it was too small, bro.
Yeah,
like honest to God, like the slice was like that.
Yeah, okay.
It's tiny.
Yeah.
Like that's why I was like, it's definitely we'll call it a small person dessert.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be. Like Steph would have eaten it and no problem. You know, like is in serving size.
Yeah.
If I got cheesecake from the cheesecake shop, I'm gonna take
whole-
like a quarter. It's like this big.
Yeah, yeah, and 1,000 calories.
Yeah. It's like
Yeah.
it takes like a bit of effort to get the fucking a spoon through it.
Through it. Yeah.
All right, how are we doing for time? I've actually got stuff that we need to get through. I come prepared and I haven't said a fucking word.
Just talk about being strong.
All right, so I want to talk. Well, it's a good segue because I'm going to talk about nutrition. And the reason why I'm going to talk about nutrition is I don't know about you. I feel like it's the biggest topic that people are overwhelmed and confused with. Like I've consulted with 10 people over the last fortnight. I reckon 8 of them are like, I don't know what to do with my food.
Yeah.
And then but the interesting thing about it is I go, do you know about calories? Do you know about macros? Oh yeah. But they still don't know what to do because they're so overwhelmed.
Yeah.
Like there's so much information. So they're like, I don't know what I should be eating. I don't know what food should be in there. Like if they're like related to my goals, I don't know what time. I don't know the amounts, this and that. And I'm like, all right, like this is the thing. It's like, so going with the theme, if you want to be strong and lean, like this is the way that we need to diet in order to do so. So I was thinking about it. Do you remember the last time like you were ever overwhelmed with your nutrition? Like I know it was a long time ago, but like, did you ever get to a point where you're just like, I'm trying shit, but I actually don't know what the fuck to do?
I had a little glimpse of it with the photo shoot
Yeah, okay.
where it was like, there was all these rules. It was like, you need 100 grams of fruit per meal. You need this many grams of carbs per day. You need this. There was like 5 things.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I'm not going to increase my rice more than what I've been having. So I was like, okay, so I've got to have no more than 50 grams of rice. I've got to have 100 grams of fruit. I've got to have fucking dry cereal and this and this. And then that was all got to fit my whole day. And I got to get fats in. And it was like being a beginner sitting down to a completely blank space and going, this is not what I normally eat or how I normally eat. I haven't evolved this meal plan over time with my fucking tizzy brain that eats the same food day in, day out.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, this is actually going to take an hour to sit down and
Yeah.
Kind of log this out and see how it works.
Yeah.
And that was a little bit of an insight to be like, fuck, that's probably how clients feel when they get macros for the first time.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I remember being influenced by other people where they would be like, you can eat as much food as you want, but as long as it's clean, it's okay.
Yeah.
And so I remember like just, eating eggs and toast and having bowls of brown rice with chicken and avocado and, just like basically repeating that meal and having like shakes or smoothies and stuff. And I just remember like not getting the results I wanted.
Yeah.
And then I just remember just being like, what the fuck am I going to do?
Yeah.
Like, well, how do I solve this?
Yeah.
Like, I'm doing the things that other people are telling me to do that I respect.
Yeah.
And I'm still not getting the traction that I want. And then one time, I can't remember who I was taking advice from, and I had a bowl of food, like it was chicken, rice, whatever, and he looked at it and was like, fuck, I would never eat that. And then I was like, hang on a minute. You're telling me to eat this.
Yeah.
So then that, like, sparked I was like, fuck, this got to be another way.
Yep.
And then I think it was just before I went to university, and there was like, we had to do nutrition at university. It was like macros, calories,
Yep.
So I was like, oh, your body's just a Bunsen burner.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not, but like,
I remember the first 3 months of going to If It Fits Your Macros, and our gym was
clean eating.
not Precision Nutrition. What's the other one?
Yeah, it was. No, it was metabolic
the
precision.
Aussie one. Yeah.
Metabolic precision. But it was the same.
Same
like,
shit.
It was half because
Yeah,
like,
like Metabolic Precision was more expensive because you had to eat salmon.
Yeah, I think
Salmon
metabolic
and nuts.
precision was like weights, like linear periodization and weights, where precision nutrition was like just equal food, bro.
Yeah. So shifting to If It Fits Your Macros, I remember tracking, I was eating out on the weekends or burgers or whatever. I remember getting heat from you and Reese. I'm just like, I have to try this. Just have to.
Absolutely.
Too many people are saying it works. I have to try it.
Yeah.
And that was a uncomfortable, because I'm like, what if this doesn't work? I'm like a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and I was still in that phase of like, well, Jay Cutler doesn't eat that.
Yeah.
Like, so you're just going to get...
You're wrong.
Well, you're just going to get smaller.
Yeah. Yeah, and lo and behold, it worked really fucking well.
Yeah, here we are.
Yeah.
Do you know how many diets the average person will do over a lifetime?
Fuck. Heaps.
Yeah. Like, try and guess.
20?
126.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. So I don't think that factors in. They'll just flip-flop.
Yeah,
from
the
diets.
same one, yeah.
Yeah, they won't just stick.
Wow.
Isn't that amazing? Yeah, so
we need an Owen Wilson button.
So they'll do like fasting, then whatever, paleo, then macros, then back to fasting, then to...
I've got hit with carnivore twice this week.
Oh, I've got a couple.
What do you think?
I've got a couple of people. I think Joe Rogan's doing it.
Yeah.
So I feel like...
it's weird how it just catches though, because he's done it a few times. I think he did it every year for a while. But anyway,
it looks expensive to me. That's my mate. I just watched what he eats. My mate's brother, and I'm like, fuck, man, like that must be costing you a fortune. Like I know what it's like to eat fucking 350 grams of protein a day.
Yeah,
like you're eating more than me. And that's all you're eating. Like, tell you what, fucking. Wouldn't want to be a fly on the wall in the dunny either.
Yeah, I watched when he got onto it off Peterson because Peterson's daughter did it and it fixed all her autoimmune shit.
Yeah, well, I know there's people that it's definitely
when he first got onto it was him and Tom Segura.
Yeah,
both did it at the same time, and they were just describing how epic the bathroom visits were for the first 2 weeks. I'm like, I'm not signing up for that.
Yeah. It's probably like anything. You got to get on the other side of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like people take that semaglutide or whatever, the Ozempic or whatever.
Yeah.
Apparently the first 2 weeks is awful.
Rough, yeah.
And then after that, they say, but I read some shit that that's causing fucking random blindness in people and stuff.
Fuck.
Yeah. I was just like, because, wife's curious of it.
Yeah.
Everyone's curious of it, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, people haven't used it for long enough to suss it out. I mean, look, it's a bit rich. I get it for me saying that, worrying about what you're putting in your in your body. But yeah, I'm like, gotta think about those things.
I know you have lots, and we have limited time.
But we're not going to get through this.
Do you think Ozempic will change physique fashion?
It's already changing. I don't think it changes physique fashion. I think it changes fashion overall, and I think it changes where women specifically are perceiving themselves in the bodies. Because I think the curve the curvy thing, like body acceptance thing. I think
swing the other way, right?
No, well, I think it was all bullshit because if you actually
the acceptance stuff, yeah.
No, even just like even them wanting to be that way, because if you actually look at it, it's like go to the latest, like what is it, like the Grammys or whatever, and it's like look at everyone on the red carpet, man. You can see their humerus inserting into their ulna, bro.
Yeah.
You can see their clavicle, and you can put a hand on it and grab it. It's like that's not like
that's only in the last 12 months.
That's like heroin chick, bro, is back. Yeah. So, but what I mean, so
I think we're going to go back to like 90s.
Yeah. So sorry, let me rephrase that. So what I mean is people weren't accepting of their physique. It was just what it was, and they were pretending.
Yeah.
Because as soon as these GLP-1s come along for access, everyone goes back to heroin chick.
Yeah.
So then I'm like, well, if you were happy with how you looked, why do you look like you're starving yourself?
That's interesting.
In 12 months. So that's what I mean by like, I feel like it was a bit of a farce. Like, if you were happy with your curves, like you'd still have them.
I think the whole thing was very social credit scoring.
Yeah. And then like, you know, I know that like businesses were trying to push it, and like I don't give a fuck. If you are happy with your shape, no problem.
Yeah.
But don't pretend you are.
Yeah.
And then in 12 months time look like you haven't had a fucking meal in fucking 7 days. You know what I mean? Like that's mixed messaging.
Mad triggered at Elite 11. I'm going to call them out. The Emporium, walking in the door, they only had 2 mannequins.
Yeah.
The female mannequin was like size 16. The male, cap delts, ribbed serratus.
Oh, I seen that.
Shredded.
I seen that at the Emporium,
like,
actually.
The fuck's this?
That drew my attention too.
Yeah. So I have to look like that.
Yeah, but it's
still.
okay for...
Wild. I was like, I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
Well, it's different for men, isn't it? Yeah,
it's really interesting.
Yeah.
But I think so where I was going, where my thought with the Ozempic thing is going, and also thinking about my career, is like, if the Kim K model is done, because of Ozempic gives access to people who get tiny again. Have you seen Christina Aguilera's pictures?
Nah.
She's like the same size she was in the Dirty film clip.
Yeah, right.
Like tiny. So it's like, okay, if that's going that way, you just pictured that, didn't you?
Bringing up a lot.
If you just play that whole film clip in your head on fast forward.
I was 6. I would have been like 14 at the time.
Yeah. That's just leave the room.
Yeah, Channel V.
So if that's the direction that we're going in, does the big butt, does all of that start to shift back again?
I don't think so. I don't think so because gym culture, like, I'm talking about things as an overall. I think inside the gym culture of people wanting to like build their physiques, I don't think it will happen.
Yeah, I agree.
Because there's fringes.
I think there was a fringe of people that wanted to go to the gym to get bigger glutes.
Yeah. I agree.
Now we'll go to Pilates.
Yeah. So,
and that's already happened.
Let me rephrase that. The fringe people, they get swayed either way.
Yeah, it doesn't affect bodybuilding.
They stand for nothing. No, I'm kidding. So those ones, but it's like once you're in the bubble, like I don't think so, man. Yeah. Like there's like look at it now. Like girls are bigger than their boyfriends. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like like that's gonna like I feel like once you're in, like you're in. You know what I mean? Like. So yeah, I can't see it, and that was a movement. So the women like lifting weights, building muscle, getting curves. That was a movement that's been lasting like 10 years. You know, we've been pushing women training.
I just find it really interesting.
That's not gonna drop 12 months.
I remember marketing like get off the treadmill. Like we were still there.
Yeah.
Get out of the women's gym, get off the treadmill, come lift big weights. Like that was the message early.
Yeah.
Now we don't need to.
Well, people still do.
Here's how to get a massive ass.
Yeah, well, people still do, I guess. But the way I see it is like 14-year-old girls are going to the gym to build a body. So, now, which is a huge leap in progression.
You would have it. I've had it of like 5 years older than me and above. Is like it's a bad thing that my hip measurement went up because my ass is big. Yeah, they don't want that because it's like in there. They grew up in the 90s. And like
they're still
fat ass is not.
Yeah, they're still
not okay.
Yeah, the scales still dictate their feelings.
Yeah. So does a 19-year-old now, as that starts to shift, move away from I'm going to go to the gym and do 20 sets of kickbacks, to then go I'm going to go to the gym and go on the treadmill again, or to Pilates or to whatever because I don't want that big ass.
I don't think so. I think once you have one, life would be pretty good.
Be interesting.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I feel like once you get muscles, you're like, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but is it that, like you said, those fringe people?
The fringe people, absolutely. They change their beliefs like the wind.
Yeah.
You know, they're the ones that are doing all the protests and don't understand like what they actually mean, and then some of them are fucking polarizing messages to the others, just complaining.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
yeah,
I feel like those people will absolutely be swayed, but I stand firm on like once you're in, you're in.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I don't think gym culture will change. I think pop culture will change.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with that. Yeah. So then I looked into, so I went further down the chain of interesting weight loss, interesting diet facts, right? So they did a meta-analysis of 29 long-term weight loss studies, and they found that half of the weight that was lost was regained in 2 years' time.
Yeah, it's not surprising at all.
And then in 5 years' time, over 80% of the lost weight was regained. So what's that, like you got 20%. So you got, hang on, half regained in the first 2 years. And then by 5 years, over 80% of the weight lost was regained. So what's that, like 5 or 10% success rate or something?
Yeah. That's everyone's like, diets don't work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Why do you think that happens?
So let me add another little fun thing and then we'll go why.
Right.
I've also heard a stat that on average, adults will put on roughly 3 kilos over the holiday period.
Yeah.
And on average, as an adult, gain like 3.2 for the year.
Yeah.
So it's literally just like every Christmas.
Or like every holiday period just surmounted into one, yeah.
And you do that for 10 years.
Yeah, and
you
30
put
kilos.
on 30 kilos.
Yeah, you're 30 kilos overweight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That to me was like, fuck, that's wild.
Yeah. Yeah, that's insane.
Like if you're a non-athletic population, that's, yeah, the beers, the food, the whatever over the silly season, and then you pay for that 10 years time.
Yeah.
Why do I think that is?
Why do you think that weight loss, like why do you think that diets for weight loss are so ineffective?
Because people diet, they don't identify as someone who eats a particular way.
Yeah.
I've been pushing this identity thing heaps. I actually had a client, we had this conversation, she's the same, loses the same, gains the same 5 kilos year in, year out, really struggles with maintenance, going into a surplus and all that kind of stuff, just like breaks her brain and she always regains the weight.
Yeah.
And it was like, that's because you diet.
Yeah.
Like we use the language I'm dieting or cutting. We should use the language we're cutting.
Yeah, because
Or
dieting
in
is
a
what you eat,
deficit.
right? Yeah.
But it's like we're always dieting.
Yeah. Well,
I always know how much protein I'm having. I always am conscious of what's on my plate. I'm always aware of my body weight and my measurements. I'm always aware of my photos. Like, always dieting. Sometimes it's with less calories.
Sometimes it's with more.
With more.
Yeah.
People don't do that. They go on a fucking 100 diets in their lifetime, and they don't actually change the identity to, this is a particular way that I eat.
Yeah, the huge parallels with training as well. Like, you know, when people do those 8-week, 6-week kind of transformation programs, like not against them at all, but it's like they're not different on the other side from like a habits perspective. Like they haven't actually changed anything. They've just pushed their body so like to the limit over that 8-week period. And then once they're on the other side of that, they haven't learned anything new.
Yeah.
So then everything just goes back to normal. And it's the same with the diet. It's like, it's not something that has been ingrained in their daily behavior or can be.
Yeah.
Because, you know, I'm looking at these common mistakes. Like one of the ones that I put here is just like, just relying on the fad diet that is really extreme as an idea that it's a long-term solution to your problem.
Yeah.
It's like, it should never be like that. Like you should never be you should never sit down and have someone tell you need to eliminate a whole food group to get in shape.
Yeah.
That's a decision that you make based on whatever beliefs and education you have.
Yeah.
Like that's not like, I'm not sitting here saying like you can only get shredded if you don't eat carbohydrates.
Yeah.
Like that's setting you up for failure.
Yeah.
You know, so I think that, like you said, when you look at a diet, you've got to look at it going, I need to be able to do this for forever if I needed to.
Yeah.
And then that's where you take control.
I think where that gets lost is people then try and they attribute I need to be able to follow this forever to the energy balance.
Yeah,
So that means I need to eat 1,200 calories forever.
absolutely.
Like, no. You need to... Your energy balance will vary, but the way you eat stays the same.
Yeah. Couldn't agree more. So I guess we'll keep going with the common mistakes. So the first one that I know I put the extreme one as the first one. The one I have here, which I think is the biggest one, consulting with everyone over the last 2 weeks, this one's number one for me. So it's like overcomplicating nutrition. Like too much info, paralysis by analysis. Like there's a secret diet out there. There's secret foods that are going to accelerate my results. Like I know from personal experience, as someone who's tried every single diet, I have done them all.
It's not carnivore yet.
Except for carnivore. Like I've even been vegetarian for a period of time. Like I think I lasted like a week. Like I've literally done almost every diet. No one diet. The only one diet that has like obviously given me exceptional results amongst others because it has an identity which I don't believe in is the high protein diet. Like only because my goals line up with that so closely.
Yeah.
But like even then I'm just like, if I just ate a little less, like I feel like most people should eat more protein than they do anyway. And then, so is that a high protein diet now that they just like label themselves, or is it just like a way of eating that meets the demands of what you need at the moment? Because like that's the way I see nutrition in general.
And that's the point that we're making, right? The reason people fail is they go on a high protein diet.
Yeah, it's like they go on a label.
Yeah, they don't think I'm eating to the demands of my lifestyle.
Yeah, maybe we should make that. Like it's the needs diet. Just eat based on
you fucking need
what you need.
Yeah.
Like your goals and
fat less. If you want to build muscle, more.
Because then it simplifies everything. It's like because even just looking at the journeys of some of your clients,
TM that.
Yeah,
let's do it.
Look at some of the journeys of your clients or yourself. You're like the last month of my cut, it was low carb.
Yeah.
Like, but it just had to be because the calories
needs.
below. Yeah, the needs, right? And it's like, and it was high protein.
Well, it's not even that, right? It's the needs were protein and enough fat.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And then the need was an energy balance. So it's like, okay, well, the carbohydrate's the one that gets kicked to the curb.
That's it. It's like a list of priorities. And then now I'm like in a growth push. So I need more energy. Yeah. I need more carbohydrates. So now I also need protein and I need an adequate amount of fats. So fats are low, protein is still significantly high, and carbohydrates are exponentially higher than what I needed for the 4 weeks going into my photo shoot. And I think that mindset, like I don't sit here and go, I did 4 different diets in the last 20 weeks.
Yeah.
Like I don't sit there with the labels.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I just fucking ate what I needed, man. You know, I feel like we're on something there.
Yeah.
Like just with the needs analysis scenario.
We're gonna market the shit out of that.
Well,
stay tuned.
It's part of our method.
Lean and Strong in 16, featuring the needs diet.
It can be part of our performance pathway. So I'll just put that in there.
Yeah, we just need a sexy program name too.
Yeah, we'll get it. Well, Strong and Lean 16 is pretty cool.
Yeah, but like the training program needs to be called something.
Oh yeah.
So the overall program, Strong and Lean 16.
Yeah.
You get the needs diet.
Yeah.
What we need
I know what you mean.
The Jacked as Fuck program.
So the next one I have is it leans into the extreme nature of it. It's like following shit you can't do for a long period of time, long enough to get the results you want.
Yeah.
Like I can follow my eating strategy, we'll call it, forever.
Yeah, strategy for sure.
Like there's nothing in my diet strategy that is like I can't do this for a long period of time.
Yep.
The only caveat to that was when obviously I was cutting, the food volume was so low that I knew that was had a shorter term solution to it. Like it was a shorter time frame.
Yeah, that's just the energy balance selection though, right? It's not the strategy.
I guess I'm just trying to play devil's advocate for those people who are like, yeah, but like fat loss diets aren't supposed to be sustainable. It's like, yeah, like the calorie amounts aren't, but like the food compositions and, you know, the way you think about composing a meal and stuff, like those things, you know, can be quite constant across the board.
Yeah.
But either way, it's like if you're going into a diet with the idea that it's going to, like most people diet because they want to lose weight. So you've got to go into this diet and look at it and actually go, I not only can do this for 7 days, I need to do this for 70.
Yeah.
Like if you can do it for 70, look at it and be like, yeah, I can do this.
Yeah.
That's a sign of a good dieting strategy.
Yeah.
Because consistency is everything. Like, you know, if you're dieting for 5 days of the week and eating the cupboards out on the weekend, which is what notoriously that happens to almost everyone who just pushes too hard. It's like, that's a sign your diet sucks, man.
Yeah.
It's a sign your strategy is not going to work for you.
And then I think if we're talking about like the success rate is so low, why? It's because the people change strategies after the 70.
Yeah.
So you have the strategy to do the 70 days, but you don't have the strategy for the next 70. So my 28-day challenge finishes next week.
Yeah.
So I've got a slide presentation and a Loom video that's going to go out that's going to be like, this is how to eat at maintenance.
Yeah.
They'll all get maintenance calories sent out to them in the app.
Yeah.
And it's like, you can go and do this exact strategy that you've just done and keep the weight off by doing this.
Yeah, yeah.
Or you can bring the calories up a bit because we've been fairly aggressive because I promised everyone they'd lose 2 centimeters. Most of them lost them in the first week, but that's okay.
Yeah.
To say, like, you can pull them up a little bit, you'll still be in a deficit, and you'll continue to lose weight, and it'll be less dramatic. Or you can come back to maintenance and you can keep this weight off and eat this way forever.
Yeah.
That's the part that most people miss, is the strategy needs to be repeated on the other side.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and we like the idea of just like setting goals and then setting new ones. So if you have accomplished that goal in that 70-day period, set a new goal so that you have a new strategy.
Yeah.
Like, and then you build everything around those needs.
Yeah.
But people don't do that. They like just live this perpetual cycle of just trying to lose the same amount of weight or just building the same physique and losing it again.
Yeah.
It's like your strategy is all wrong if like you are trying to achieve the same goal like just time and time and time again. Like, but everyone looks at the catch of that is when people look at that person that just continues to make progress, when they show them what they do, they're like, nah, it can't be that.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, it's too easy. And it's like, well, you're getting in your own way here, like I said, with overcomplicating things.
It's not even that it's too easy, it's that I have to take too much responsibility.
No, it's too, and sorry, it's too simple.
Yeah. I have to take too much responsibility.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah. Because I have to do that thing consistently, and I've tried it and I haven't.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So what you're telling me is to get the results that you're getting, I just have to do what I've already tried and failed at. Can't be.
Yeah.
Fuck. Like, that's really where it is, which is rough.
Yeah.
to accept.
Yeah. I guess the hard part with the reason why that doesn't sit well with me is because they've already done the 70 days. So I'm like, well, why can't you continue on?
Yeah.
Like, this is it. Like, this is, like, I've been, what they've done for 70 days, I've done for 15 years.
Yeah,
But then people sit there and they look at it and go, oh, it's easy for you.
Yeah.
And you're like, well, no, it's just as hard for me as everyone else. Like, I want to eat my fucking face out of some food and shit sometimes too. Very acutely, I do. But most of the time, I don't. And sometimes I eat food that I don't like to eat.
Yeah.
But it's like, it's serving a greater thing for me.
Yeah.
Those people just can't do that. But I'm like, how'd you get to 70 days and then not want to push on? Like, someone's gone about your strategy just so wrong.
Yeah, and the gap's too big.
In order for you to do that.
The gap's too big for like, your mates and you, the gap's too big.
Yeah.
It's like, you've done it for 10 years. I don't, like, what do you mean? I don't have 10 years.
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
You know what I mean? Like, whereas someone who does the, fuck, man, I lost 5 kilos on keto, and like, I want to lose 5 kilos right now, let's do it.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah, it's a... But it comes back to that identity thing.
Last one I've got on this common mistakes is the lack of education on how to nourish and fuel their body. So if you had an understanding of like why our body needs what it needs and how we can optimize the performance and the recovery, I feel like, I know for us, like that's the biggest turning point for our clients. It's like, hey, like your glutes, your delts, and your back will be bigger if you eat more protein, if you fuel your workouts with carbohydrates so that you can perform harder.
Yeah.
And you can, load your muscles with, adequate amounts of tension over a period of time. Like that's going to be the catalyst to getting you the physique you want.
Yeah. And eat enough fat so you don't need a week off every 4 weeks.
Yeah, that's it. And then once they, like obviously they got to trust you, but that's our job to, give them that comfort and trust in us. But then once they see the results, like they're just locked in.
Yeah.
It's the ones that don't have the trust.
Yeah.
They just, and don't commit. But it's also because they maybe just don't go that extra mile of getting that understanding.
Yeah.
they're the ones stuck in that perpetual cycle. Like, can't eat carbs, can't eat this, protein's going to make me bulky.
Yeah.
But then they're also like, oh, I tried for a little bit and then I got a little bit of results and then I felt uncomfortable and I stopped and I'm unhappy with how I look and I extreme diet and then I fucking start overeating again and the perpetual cycle just fucking repeats itself. Like that.
I think you touched on it last week. The biggest one I see with my clients is the results get uncomfortable.
Yeah, of course.
In terms of like,
the sluggishness, the weight.
No, like making the choices at the dinners, standing out from your peers, like all of that kind of the discomfort that comes with getting results.
Yeah.
That we said last week, like people don't think about what that is actually like to get your fucking MyFitnessPal out at dinner and to take Tupperware and to all of that kind of stuff.
Oh, absolutely.
I think and even just like the comments that come with looking better. Not everyone's comfortable with that. Not everyone wants to, like, you start to stand out a little bit. It's terrifying. And then subconsciously you're like, yeah,
too much attention.
Get away with that. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to get away. So we don't have a lot of time. And I have so much to go through.
We do part two.
So, no, it's all good. We can get through how to practice solid nutrition really quickly, you and I. So I think the first place starts with calories and macros.
Yes.
I used to think it started with food choices. What I actually think is it's good to start with calories and macros and take someone's current food choices and shift them towards better choices if they need to with calorie and macro control.
Yeah.
So it's better to go, this is what you're eating at the moment and this is how much calories and this is the macro distribution. This doesn't really line up with the goals. We need to make a transition to this, which is exactly what I did for one of my guys this week. Just gave me his diet, typical tradie, pie and a big M in the morning for smoko, no breakfast, this and that. But then there was a couple of meals in there that were good, chicken and rice, steak and potatoes, cream of rice before gym. I was like, fuck yeah, I can work with this.
Yeah.
So I'm like, sweet.
There's a bodybuilder in there.
Yeah. I'm like, you're not eating enough.
Yep.
And what you're eating in the morning is dog food.
Yep.
Didn't say that, but So I'm
but
like,
also goals.
So I'm like, we just need to change breakfast and meal too.
Yep.
Every other meal's mad.
Yep.
But I'm going to take the portions. I'm going to take care of the portions for you. And everything now ticks the boxes in terms of what you need calorie-wise and what you need macro-wise. And we only had to change 2 meals.
Yeah.
And he looked at that. He's like, this is sick. Thanks.
Yep.
Likelihood of nailing it's huge,
Yeah.
So likelihood of success significantly higher. So I like the idea of food choices after macros and calories.
So let's say you've got those layer-based clients.
Yeah.
Do you lean into calories or do you lean into protein first?
I always lean into protein.
Yeah.
Because you're going to get the best bang for buck in the results in general.
I feel like if there was one thing that anyone, if like just a passerby at a barbecue or whatever, that's just like, hey, what should I eat? I'm like, bro, just eat 2 to 3 grams of protein per kilo body weight.
Yeah. I always I know it sounds real cliche, like, it's fucking big meathead. The number one diet advice that I give everyone is you could eat more protein.
Yeah.
And you can.
Yeah.
I literally will stand by that. That's the flag that goes in the ground.
Yeah.
That I will stand by forever, man.
It just has so many flow-on effects. Because I want you to eat 40 grams of protein every time you eat.
Yeah.
It's like, what does breakfast look like now? It's not cereal.
Yeah.
What does lunch look like? It's not
the
fucking salmon. Yeah. It's not a ham wrap.
I
what
absolutely
does dinner
agree.
look like? It's not pasta.
Yeah, it literally will change the way you compose a meal for the better.
Yeah.
Start looking for plants.
It's instant calorie restriction.
Start looking for starches.
Yeah.
To complement your first class protein.
Yeah.
I absolutely agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like it's the most misunderstood macronutrient. Even just looking at the comments and stuff from the YouTube and stuff, I'm like, this is so misunderstood.
Yeah.
And it's because there's the scare tactics and just choosing what information you absorb as well.
Yeah.
Because I feel like a lot of people want to just absorb because it's easier to not do something than to do it, right?
Yeah.
It's easy to just absorb all the negative news and information. And it's like, have you actually had a look at how much protein you would have to eat and what physical condition you would need to be in for it to be detrimental for your kidneys?
Yeah.
Have you actually thought about that? Have you actually done it? Nah. It's easy to just go, it's bad for me.
It's bad. Yeah.
It can turn into fat. Do you know how complicated it is from a metabolic processes standpoint to convert protein into body fat?
Yeah.
It is just so metabolically demanding. Your body's just never, or not never, so unlikely to do so. But it's like, oh no, it's just easier for me to be like, oh, if I eat too much protein, it'll turn into fat, so I just won't eat it.
Yeah.
You know, so it's just the most misunderstood macronutrient, which has the most impact, in my opinion.
Yeah.
It's just crazy.
We talked about like that pop culture group, the ones that's on the fringes.
Yeah, yeah.
This is the advice for them.
Yeah, absolutely.
So like, if you're a listener and you're like, oh, fuck, I track my macros, fuck off, like, tell me what the secret is. But you go to people and go to barbecues and work, and people are like, how do you? So just eat more protein.
Yeah,
Eat
absolutely.
40 grams of protein a meal.
Yeah.
Change your life.
Yeah, two of my closest friends, I'm like, do it. And tell me, I'm like, just try it for a month. Fuck, man, it feels so much better. I got more energy, more strength, more vitality. I'm like, of course you do.
Yeah.
Like, of course you do. And then they look better too. Like, just their skin and everything. I'm like, fuck, I just can't.
It's wild. We were, do you want me to, you go?
No, I need to get through this so that they actually get some takeaways here, bro. So the next thing I would do with a solid nutrition practice is track your food and look for trends.
Yep.
So either food log, for MyFitnessPal, write it down if you're old school. It doesn't matter. Mm-hmm. What you're trying to do is work on trends of how you're feeling, how you're performing, is your body composition moving in the direction you want. Mm-hmm. And like, I just love the idea of like, after a meal, so I ate about 2 hours ago.
Yep.
I feel great.
Yes. I feel hungry. But
like, I feel fantastic.
Yeah.
Like, my stomach's not bloated. I feel energized. I haven't had a coffee. I feel fantastic. Mm-hmm. I had oats, high protein oats with berries and peanut butter.
Yep.
So for me, I'm like, that's in the menu now, because I've eaten and I feel good.
Yep. There's
been times where I eat a meal and an hour later I'm bloated, I'm tired, I'm this. And it's like,
it's not the meal.
Yeah, maybe that's not the meal. But it doesn't mean it's not the meal at any time. It means it's not the meal for that time of the day.
Agreed.
So I once had a client where she was like, man, I'm eating steak and potatoes and I fucking can't get to sleep. And she's like, but I have this meal, I think it had like banana and oats in it. And she's like, and I'm like literally falling asleep.
Yeah.
So I'm like, hey, why don't we swap them? And she's like, yeah, sweet, I can do that.
Yeah.
And then like, she's like, oh man, I just had the best sleep ever.
Yeah.
So it's about like just getting that knowledge, thinking about those foods, trying to find foods that like you as much as you like the food. Because I know everyone wants to do I like foods that I like, but I think you want to feel, perform, and look your best, you got to find the foods that like you.
Agreed.
And you got to make them work in your diet. You'll get better results, I promise you.
Yeah.
So then the last one I have here is the most important question when it comes to every diet. Every single strategy is, can I stick to this for a long period of time?
Yeah.
If someone was to say to me, what's the secret? The secret's in answering that question.
And I would add to that there's two layers. There's one is, can you stick to the specifics of what you've chosen, the calories, the macros, the energy balance equation, for your 70-day diet or whatever, your 70-day cut, let's say.
Yep.
Can you stick to the strategy long term?
Yeah.
So it's double layered. So can you track macros for 70 days? And then can you continue to track macros, just eat more afterwards, and then go, all right, so carnivore diet. When do you stop losing weight? Can you actually eat enough meat to be at maintenance calories? Maybe, maybe not. Vegetarian. Fucking whatever. Whatever the approach is, the low carb, can you get back to a sustainable maintenance with the same strategy?
Yeah, I agree.
Because you're not gonna buy your diet that's your labeled diet and then go buy the maintenance plan. No, you go back to what you used to do.
Yeah, use default setting.
And you're just gonna put that weight back on. Yeah, and it's not fucking metabolic adaptation, and it's just like you went back to the old behaviors.
Yeah, absolutely. It's nothing. You're not broken. It's just you went back to the default setting. Without going on and on and on, like, working on a diet in that default setting is the most important thing. Because if you can learn how to diet for your goals, so learn how to diet for your goals at your default setting, which is maintenance. Yeah. Because then it's just a pull, a drag down, and a boost up. There you go. We've nailed it, man. The needs diet and that default setting, it's like those two things are that's it for me. Like, if I was someone, I'd be writing those two things down.
I wish you could do like 6 weeks with someone at maintenance for a new client.
Oh, I can.
I wish you could just like Because everyone's going to come in and want an outcome reasonably quickly, right? So it'd be so good to be like, show me, like earn it.
Yeah, I've done it. I've done it with some girls with really unfortunate histories of bad coaching and dieting.
Yeah.
And I've just said to them, like, you got to trust me and we need to do this. And like they just totally took control of their physique.
Yeah.
You know, but the hardest part is like some of them will do it for like 2-3 weeks and like, oh, can we cut the calories now?
Yeah.
And it's like, you just got to get on the other side of this and then you literally will take control of your physique forever.
Yeah.
You know, so if you can do it, I would definitely, for even a month, month's a good amount of time. So successful strategies, just wrapping this up for everyone that we've used with our clients. I like the idea of giving a client a meal plan based on the foods they currently eat and transition them to a meal plan that aligns with their goals. So I'm like, here's where you are, here's where you need to be. I'm like, we're going to make that transition. Or what I said before, it's just meet in the middle. I'll give you 3 meals of what you're currently eating. Here's 2 meals that I want you to eat.
Yeah.
Will you eat those foods though? Because even then, a feedback from like a client coming on this week, she was just like, I just kept getting meal plans that like literally don't align with my morals.
Yeah.
Like not even like I can't eat them. She's like as in I don't like them. She's like morally like I choose not to. And I'm like, okay, well that's a problem. That's a problem. And then the last one I have, or the next successful strategy that we all use is like teaching clients how to track macros and getting them to make their own meal plans and having you sign off on them as a coach. So I got a client who like literally made 2 meal plans that he's like, I'm going to rotate these for variety. I looked at them, fruits, veggies, plants, tick the boxes, high protein. Like, this is fantastic.
Yeah.
Another client, this is my training day diet. This is my non-training day diet. I'm like, have at it, bro. Really, really happy with it. Doesn't always happen. Sometimes I'm like, bump this, do that. But I think those 2 strategies are definitely the most successful ways to implement. Because like, I don't like the idea of reactive nutrition. I don't like the idea of like, hey, I'm tracking macros and I'm going to eat everything and just put it in as I go. And then all of a sudden you're like, holy fuck, I got 80 grams of protein to eat today.
That's the worst.
So it's like, you've got to have a forward thinking approach with nutrition. And it comes down to using a meal plan as a structure and being flexible with your ability to track if that's where you're at. You can't wing it.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's the easiest way to fail anything in your pursuit of strength and physique.
Yeah. Absolutely.
If you want to be stronger, leaner, forward thinking is it.
Yeah, I agree.
Your workouts, when they are, what you do, your program, your nutrition, your fucking shopping. Like, it blows my mind that people don't know what they're going to eat for the week before they go grocery shopping.
Yeah, that's people still just eating when they're hungry.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. Yeah. So here's my challenge for everybody listening. What if you stopped jumping between plans and committed to mastering the basics for 6 months? That's my challenge. Imagine how much progress you would see. And we know because we literally work with people like that every day. So what's one thing you could simplify in your diet today and start there? And that's it.
Love it.
Awesome. Thank you so much for listening, guys. Hopefully that was valuable. If you like the laptop, let us know. I feel like there's a lot of good things that I would have forgotten in that if it wasn't in front of me. Yeah. As always, like, share, and follow, depending on the platform that you're on. Really loving the comments and stuff coming through as well, like on the YouTube and stuff, the questions and the discussions, as long as they're amicable. Like, they've got to be...
come for us, fuck you.
I mean, it's kind of fun. It is kind of fun. Don't forget, we're Strong and Leaner 16 is live. Lose body fat, lose centimeters around your waist, build a strong and lean physique that you've always wanted. Applications are open. Jump on the website, submit one, jump on a call with me, and we'll see you for a right fit. All right, that is all. We'll see you next time, guys.